Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm David Watson. Today I'm going to do a review of the Zoom H4N audio recorder. So if you're thinking about buying a Zoom H4N for a Canon DSLR, let me give you some of the reasons that I thought about buying it. If you watch my review on the Canon 7D, you know that using the on-camera mic isn't great. I knew that I needed to add something to the camera to allow for better audio recording. I read review after review of people saying I should go with an on-camera mic. Most people seemed like, and I wanted the added flexibility of having multiple audio inputs. So funny story, I actually got my wife to agree to buying it because she was into ghost hunting. I told her it would be a great EVP recorder. Turns out it's a horrible EVP recorder because it's so high quality. The chances of the interference and the ghost sounds to come in is pretty low. We tried it a few times. Zoom H4N has pretty much become the de facto standard of off-camera audio recording, at least at the lower end. There are many imitators out there, and even Zoom is trying to upsell people to the new Zoom H6N, which was just announced a little while back. The abilities of this little recorder make it flexible enough to do just about anything you're going to want to be able to do with it, and especially adding it to a DSLR. So here's what I actually use it for. I use it as the main input for miking and ultimately sending audio into the camera. The nice part is that you can record multiple mic inputs at the same time, either on multiple channels or from the XY stereo mic on the top of the Zoom. I'll typically mount the Zoom on top of the hot shoe on the camera, and if I'm running and gunning or shooting an event like sports or concert types events, it's nice to have it just there in the stereo field. In more advanced setups for interviews and training videos, I usually run a separate mic in order to get closer to the subject. That's what I'm actually doing right now. Originally though, you could use this as a recorder, plugging it into the 7D directly from the Zoom. It required an intermediate device or a cable in order to cancel out the AGC from the 7D. I bought a juice-linked device to have the signal reduce that ACG in order to get a manual settable signal. Now with the latest 2.0 firmware for the 7D, you can just set manual and then set your levels on the camera. I'll actually go through that and show you at the end of this video. Right. And the headphones out helps if you want to listen and hear what's going through the audio chain, so you can not just trust the levels on the thing. So here's the things that I didn't like. Learning the menu system, learning the different options of the Zoom can take some time. Recording multiple inputs at the same time with multiple mics can be a bit tricky. The Zoom also updated the firmware to allow for setting input levels on the different input mics, external sources. I highly recommend updating it if you want to do multiple mic setups. The biggest surprise was when I accidentally tipped my bag over into a river at the top of a waterfall. The Zoom went off a 100-foot waterfall. It actually survived the fall. Didn't even get a scratch on it. I buried it in rice for a couple of days to suck the water out, and to my surprise, it worked. Even the microphones, no worse for wear. I've used the Zoom in meetings, concerts, interviews, cold and hot weather. It works. I haven't come across any flaws that I can find. The only thing that I had to do was get a fuzzy windscreen for outdoor shooting. The foam screen that comes with it doesn't help with the wind. When shooting with the camera, I typically don't even record on the Zoom. I just turn on input monitoring in the settings and go directly into the camera. If you want to monitor with headphones, then you need a splitter cable because you're going to go out to the camera through the headphone out. So here are some of the super cool things that I loved about it. If you're going to get serious about shooting video with DSLR, you need to have some way to get high quality audio with the video. The Zoom makes this possible with a portable quality audio, 24-bit, 96 kilohertz. I love my Zoom, and I would replace it immediately if I ever got lost or broke. I'm going to look seriously at the Zoom H4N, the added flexibility of the 6 channels and the different onboard mic options. Very nice set of added features. I highly recommend getting a Zoom. Great product. That's my review. Thanks.